All right, for this one, we are going to write an equation given a situation. Again, this is from last class. So we have a souvenir shop, sells about 200 coffee mugs each month, $6 each. The shop owner estimates that for each 50-cent increase in the price, he will sell about 10 fewer coffee mugs per month. How much should the owner charge for each mug in order to maximize the monthly income from their sales? So this one sounds really confusing, but we just have to write an equation and it'll make sense from there. So in order to even figure out how much money you make, you would have to take the number of mugs sold times the price per mug. So since it changes, both of these values are going to change. So there needs to be an x in both of them. So we're going to say let x equal number of increases in price. The reason I did that is because in order to, and I'm going to write f of x for my function, in order to figure out the number of mugs sold, remember for every increase he loses 10, he sells 10 fewer coffee mugs. So we know we start out with 200 a month, but we're going to take away from that 10 times how many ever times he increases the price. So if he increases the price twice, that means he lost 20 coffee mugs sales. But if you did it once, it'd be 10 less. If you did it 3 times, it'd be 30 less, etc. So however much that is, we have to multiply it by the price. Well, the price is going to be $6 plus 50 cents for every increase. So it's going to be 0.5 or 0.50 times x. So for one increase, if x was 1, the price would be $6.50. And again, if it was an increase of 1, we would lose 10 coffee mug sales. So it would be 190 coffee mugs sold for $6.50 each. And if you multiply those two, we'll give you the profit from those 190 coffee mugs sold at $6.50 a piece. So that's our equation for this. What we want to do is actually multiply it out. So we're going to multiply this out. And on your homework, it might not say to come up with the equation, but you have to come up with an equation. So 200 times 6 is 1,200, and then 200 times 50 cents would be 100, so it's plus 100x. And negative 10 times 6 is negative 60x. And negative 10x times 0.5x is negative 5x squared. And we're going to rewrite this in descending order and combine like terms. So our final equation is f of x equals negative 5x squared. 100x minus 60x is positive 40x plus 1,200. So now we're still not done with this question. We need to know how much we should charge in order to maximize it. So what we need to find is the vertex. The x value of the vertex. So x equals negative b over 2a. We can do this now that we're in standard form. b equals 40 and a equals negative 5. So x equals negative 40 over 2 times negative 5. So that is negative 40 over negative 10, so that's 4. X equal to 4. So how much should he charge would be the x value tells us how many increases. So if you have 4 increases of 50 cents each, that's adding $2 to the price, to the original price that he had set. So that means a price of $8 maximizes profits. So if I sell them for $8, that's going to be my best bet. Yeah, I lose 40 customers, but it's better than losing 30 and only charging $7.50. And that's what the vertex is going to tell us. So x was the number of increases, which tells me I added $2 to my original price of 6, charging $8. Now we're going to do something with this value in the next problem. So the next question is, what is the maximum monthly income you can expect to make from the mugs? So if we know we increased it 4 times, we actually need to know how many we sold. And that actually answers question C. So, but what we can do is just plug in 4 into our function to get the answer to this one. Plus 40 times 4 plus 1200, and this will tell us how much money we make. So it's negative 5 times 16 plus 160 plus 1200. So that's negative 80 plus 1200, which is 1280. So he will make $1,280. That's a maximum profit he can make, because we knew that came from the vertex, which was after 4 increases. And to figure out how much that pays, you plug that into the function we created in part A. Now we're going to take it one step further and say, well, then how many mugs did I sell? And they're also just now asking what the price was. And I just noticed the voice to text put that type of cell. So we already know that it's $8 because it was 4 times increased of 50 cents. And then how many of them? Well, if you go back to your original function, before we multiplied it out, we had 200 minus 10x, and that was the number of mugs. So we can do 200 minus 10 times 8. So that's 200 minus 80. That's 120 mugs sold. Another way that you could have solved that was to take your total profit and divide that by 8, and you would have also got 120 mugs. And that's it for that one. You will have ones like this on your homework, so refer back to this example in your notes to help you, or come ask me for help.